Welcome back to episode 2 of High Rants. It's day 90, last I checked, of self-isolation. I just can't believe I've been self-isolating for 90 days now. Anyway, there's a couple things I want to talk about. One of them being Black Lives Matter, so let's talk about that first, because out of the two things going on nowadays, it seems to be one of the two most important things. Second one being, obviously, COVID-19. My thoughts on that whole Black Lives Matter. I am shocked and surprised in a good way about the response that social media and a lot of YouTube celebrities and other normal celebrities have been doing to get this movement to gain traction. I obviously haven't looked too much into it, mostly just because all I've been doing since day 25 till now is sitting in my basement playing bass, just because it's really all I've been doing. Well, besides that landscaping thing. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. I think, in my honest opinion, the cop who had his knee on George Floyd's neck, or was it his head? I feel like that cop should be stripped of his gun and his badge, and not to be allowed to be a cop in any state in America after what he did. Because I was talking to one of my dad's friends the other day, and he was saying that especially in today's social media environment, that, as soon as the cop looked up and saw camera phones, he should have gotten off George Floyd's neck. Because inevitably, which it did, it ended up on YouTube, or it ended up on social media. So it's like, as much as, cops try to help enforce the law, sometimes they go a little too far and they take the law into their own hands, which in certain situations is necessary. Other situations, like with the whole George Floyd thing, is wrong and incredibly stupid on the cops' part. Because it goes back to what I was saying, my dad's friend was saying, about the whole social media thing. The minute he saw people with their camera phones out and pointed at him, he should have got off his neck and just did the normal, you have the right to remain silent bit. But anyway, I hope that people can continue to support this movement and help it gain a little more traction to raise awareness for this. Because it's a very important cause. And it's, even though I empathize with the people who say all lives matter, I empathize with you, I just think that it's a bit narrow-minded. Because on one hand, yes, they are right, all lives matter, but for those people like them who are very, very ignorant, I recommend just taking that 2 seconds to put yourself in someone else's shoes. Maybe that person has been unemployed for a large period of time. Maybe they're about to be evicted from their apartment or their house, which, fine. It's unfortunate that's how today's society is, but as I said, to those people who are very ignorant and keep saying all lives matter, taking that 2 seconds to just put yourself in someone else's shoes and be like, well, how do they feel, would be a lot better. Anyway, now let's talk about the other big elephant in the room, well, I don't really know what to call him after what he's done. Jake Paul, the brother of the Suicide Force guy. So, Jake, I applaud the fact that you were going to a place to try and raise awareness. I applaud it, I really do. But the thing is, Jake, negativity follows you like a goddamn plague. Everything about what you're doing follows you, as I said, in a negative way. Like you selling to kids. I'm playing enough like you don't. So, sorry, gotta get out of these woods. Just give me a sec. There we go. Found it. Now, what was I saying, Jake? Oh, yeah. I applaud your effort for going to try and raise awareness for it, but you should... The stuff you did and your apology video... Heck, I can't even call that an apology video. I'd rather watch James Charles's apology video, because at least that, he was actually sincere, or trying to come off as sincere. You, Jake, were doing what you've always done. You know, I'm sorry for doing what I did. I'm sorry for causing, riots. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna try and change. Oh, by the way, buy my merch. Fuck. Gotta like this again. So, look. Alright. So, Jake, take it from me, your elder, because yes, I was born before you, so technically I'm your elder. So, take it from me, as someone who's made a lot of mistakes and a lot of regrets. Your approach is abysmal. Your approach to come off as sincere and apologetic is utterly pathetic, Jake. The fact that you're trying to play it off that you're gonna change, and yet your track record has shown you won't. Honestly, Jake, I'm surprised that your dad or your brother Logan never told you this phrase. Act your age, not your goddamn shoe size. So, let's go off of Jake Paul and talk about something else that's been nettling me recently. The fact of YouTube playing favorites to people like Jake Paul, like KSI, like... trying to think of another big YouTuber. Rumi Official. Even though I'm not mad at Rumi Official, I'm actually a fan of his. It's just, he's the only other YouTuber I could think of at the time. Anyway. It sucks to me that YouTube likes playing favorites with these bigger YouTubers and saying, hey, we're gonna put them on this platform, even though they don't really need the viewership. They have enough viewership, in my opinion, to sustain themselves for quite a long time, if you really want to get technical. Damn, got to light up again. My advice to YouTube get your shit together. Because it's one thing to promote a big YouTuber if they've done something big, like using James Charles as the example. If he says, hey, I've reached 3,050,000 subscribers and I'm doing a video to celebrate, fine, yeah, that's okay. But when 90% of the channels are people, as I said, who can sustain themselves just off the viewership that they have, and small-time YouTubers, kind of like me, which honestly I wouldn't really consider myself a small YouTube channel, because I don't even know what my content is. I don't really have a sort of, what's the word, idea on this is what I should do for my YouTube channel. I mean, if you guys like this vlog style, walking in the woods, high times or high talks, whatever I said at the beginning of the video, let me know in the comments. I'd be more than happy to do it, because I really do enjoy getting high. Anyway, I've been rambling on for about 11 minutes, so F with you later, YouTube.